Minecraft 1.7.10 is what I consider to be Minecraft's last golden age version, because it has all the features you could want without any of the bloat. This is also the last version before Microsoft bought Mojang. But the most important part for me is it has some of the best mods ever on this version. I'm talking Industrialcraft, Buildcraft, Forestry, EvilCraft, Railcraft, Mine Factory. I could go on. These are all some of my favorite mods, and I've played them before. Hours of them even. Tens of hours of them even. You can see on the list here, you can see some of the best Minecraft mods as well as others. And today I'm going to be playing through them in survival. So yeah, let's just make our world. Can name it... And now in more world options, we're going to set the world type to Highlands. Highlands is a world generation mod from back in the day. And it's one that I personally really like. At least when you tweak the config a little bit. And let's just create our world and see what our spawn looks like. And here we are. Now let me talk a little bit about the mods we have installed. You'll notice that I won't be sprinting much in this playthrough. That's because I added some mods that add a bunch of unique challenges to the game that aren't normally in Minecraft, like limited sprint. See, I wanted the lack of sprinting like in beta Minecraft, but I also do kind of like it sometimes. And I think it's more balanced this way, because sprinting infinitely lets you run away from any threat. So I got a mod called Darwin's Sprinting System to make it limited. There's also another mod, Nutrition, which isn't really relevant right now, but we'll probably get into it at some point. I'll talk more about that as we go. Also worth mentioning is Glenn's Gases, Hardcore Darkness, and others, just for more challenge. When I was picking the mods that I wanted to include, I kind of wanted it to feel like beta Minecraft and like 1.7, because I used to play a lot of modded back in the day, and I really like it, so I kind of wanted to capture that effect, you know? But yeah, let's just collect all the stone. I like to collect at least 19 pieces, because that means I have enough for all the tools and a furnace. Also, I just noticed there's a ravine here, pretty cool. And there's copper. So glad we found so much copper early on. That's an Industrialcraft ore. And Industrialcraft is a mod we'll be using pretty much every episode, because I love it so much. It's definitely my favorite mod in the whole pack, honestly. Honestly, in all of Minecraft, it's probably my favorite mod. So yeah, I'm glad we found copper, because this is going to prove very useful to us. And also there's sheep. I'd like to get a bed, although I'm not going to be able to skip the night right away, because we have better sleeping installed. Which means you can sleep at any time of the day, but you have to be tired enough to do so. And you only get tired by not sleeping. So we can only really sleep like once every like 2 or 3 days. That's another thing in Minecraft. I think sleeping is kind of overpowered too. Honestly, I'll probably make a separate video on why I think sleeping and sprinting are kind of overpowered. Let me know if you'd like to hear my thoughts more in depth. But yeah, I'm going to smelt some of my food, but I'm also going to try and make charcoal. Because you'll notice when it gets dark, it gets really dark. You'll see what I mean. Now, I know there was a ravine in there with a bunch of copper, but I also want to find a ton of iron for tools and stuff. I like to start my machinery as soon as possible, because it'll definitely improve quality of life. There's iron, nice. And also, you'll notice, this is 1.7, but I'm getting mutton, that's not in the game. You can thank Ganny's Surface for that, which adds a variety of overworld-related improvements. That's also what's adding the pooping mods. Debatably not an improvement, but whatever. Alright, yeah, let's mine up some of this copper. Delicious. Now, we have iron and copper, so that means we just need redstone and this other ore called tin to start our Industrialcraft adventure. More on tin later. I forgot where I put my crafting table. And now I have some food. Yeah, another thing I should probably mention. You can see the food in there wasn't cooking when the mutton was in there. That's because of food overhaul. Cooked food won't stack over 4. Hunger overhaul changes a lot about how hunger works, actually. Along with nutrition, it makes it actually something I have to worry about, kinda. But it's a lot more in-depth, so it's not really annoying like it is in regular Minecraft. It's an actual challenge, but kind of a fun one. But yeah, right now I'm trying to find a good spot for a base. I'd like to be near a few different biomes. Like maybe near some mountains and also like in a forest or something. Because I want to have all the trees, but I do like mountains because they're fun to build in. Although, where I am, it's just plains as far as the eye can see. Unfortunately, when Highlands generates worlds, it generates really big plains and forested areas. And then all the other biomes are like really close together for some reason. Don't know why that is. Not a big deal because I love plains and forests, but you know, a little less diversity, I suppose. Although I did see a jungle back there, which is kind of nice. Jungles are fun. Whenever I think of jungles, I think of Minecraft 1.2, which is what added them. And Minecraft 1.2 is another one of my favorite versions. It's like second or third favorite, probably. If you want to know my version rankings, it's 1.7 on top, 1.20 as number 2, and then 1.2 is number 3. Oh, at this point, it's starting to get dark, though, and now I'm a little worried. You guys will see what I mean when I mention how it gets a lot darker. So I'm going to protect myself in this little cave. This is kind of like a natural shelter. I'm not going to stay here forever, but I am going to live here for a little bit, just so I don't get moited outside. Okay, I'm pretty sure if I keep this wall open, nothing can really jump on me because of the overhang. So I'll leave this natural so we can watch the sunset. And you can see it's getting pitch black outside. Like, I literally can't see anything anymore. It's like real life. Also notice the light map I made that brings back Minecraft's beta's grayscale lighting. But yeah, why is it so dark outside? That's because of random things, which has a config option to make darkness actually dark. And that's another thing. I like how Minecraft darkness was actually a threat back in the day. But they changed how lighting works in 1.8, so it stopped being actually, like, scary, I guess. And I wanted to bring that back, because, you know, darkness should be a challenge in this game. I think things like full bright are too normalized. The whole early part of this video is just hot takes. That's just how a lot of these make Minecraft more difficult mods are, you know? They all hit you during early game, which is why I'm mentioning them. Oh, it's beautiful. It's also going to be really foggy thanks to dynamic surroundings. We're going to have morning fog. Alright, but yeah, now that it's day, I really want to take advantage of the sunlight. So let's get going right away. Let's go find a place to live. Can I run? Yeah, I can. Somewhere near some mountains, somewhere near some jungle, maybe near some caves. We'll see. Honestly, maybe I'll just live like around here because this is not a bad plains biome at all. I see some mountains. If those are the mountains I'm thinking of, then we might have just hit the jackpot. Geckos. These are from primitive mobs. They let you make camouflage armor. This might be the spot, honestly. Like if I built a house like right here and then I could have it go into the mountain or something, that'd be kind of sick. Okay, here's the kicker. How deep do these caves go? This one goes nowhere. Yeah, one bad part about 1.7 is the caves are like so mid. It's not really big like caves and cliffs, and it's not really windy like beta, so it's just kind of like mid. Not a big deal though, because we might have just found like an actually good one. There's even some marble here. That's nice. Oh yeah, this goes a few ways. All right, we'll come back. Yeah, we're gonna live here. Absolutely amazing. I know there's ores, but you know, I can mine those later because right now, since it's day, I should probably focus on building because when it gets dark, that's pretty hard when you can't see what you're placing. Oh, so look over there. That's a rubber tree. I'll show you guys what that orange thing does in a second. But right now, I gotta collect some wood because I'm gonna make my first modded tool. The tool I'm about to craft is gonna be the most important stepping stone in starting my entire career. It's what's required to progress at all in most of these mods, actually, because a lot of them use rubber. The tree tap. There we go. Now, pretty much the way you harvest rubber is you have to look for these orange spots on the tree, and you gotta right-click them with the tree tap, and then you get some resin. Now, normally you want to wait for this to regenerate, because these will infinitely produce sap. But since I'm chopping it down anyway for the sapling, it's okay for me to click the resin spot a few more times. Because that will exhaust it, so no resin will spawn there anymore, but it doesn't matter because I'm cutting the tree down anyway. So now I have a little bit extra. While I wait for those leaves to decay, I'm going to make a chest, and then I'm going to start making my house. Oh, I found some poop. Honestly, I don't know if it's really for anything good. You can make poop blocks and fertilizer and coal. Pretty sure the fertilizer will just like work as bone meal, so honestly poop is kind of useless. That's too bad, especially because it's so common. All right, yeah, I have plenty of wood, so let's just build like a giant wooden fortress or something. Right here's a great spot to do that. Also, I just realized there's more cave right here. Does that go anywhere? Oh, it has a few different routes. Okay. This is gonna be the most immaculate construction you guys will ever see. No BS, I'm serious. I'm not BSing TS. All right, yeah, it's totally getting darker, so why don't I move TS inside? Oh boy, it's pitch black outside. It's alright, I'm okay. I made it to my house. Here it is, my beautiful house. Why don't I give you guys the tour, eh? This is my kitchen. This is where I make food and craft various items. This is my door. This is how I get in and out. And this is my bed. I sleep here. But yeah, now that it's night, I'd like to go mining some more, for sure. Because when I go mining, that means I get tin and redstone, and when I have tin and redstone, I can start industrializing. And I've already said it, but yeah, that's the goal. Do I have enough wood to make ladders? I actually do. Nice. All right, why don't I start digging a staircase right here? This will take me underground. Or you know what? Instead of doing this, why don't I explore the caves? I feel like that's a lot more interesting to watch and play through. There we go. Plenty of food, check. We got my torches. Can I sleep, actually? Yeah, I can. I can save my spawn. I think it was right here, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm not entirely sure. Uh-oh. Get away from me, bro. Come on. Oh, I got him. Spider 2, you're next. Okay, cool. That was pretty easy. Yeah, it was down here. I remember now. What is that thing? Oh, why are you making those noises? That was horrible. What was even that? Oh, no, not one of those skeletons. I know what that skeleton is. Those ones back up if you try to hit it, so it makes it very annoying. He's in the water. Oh, yeah, and if you get close, he pulls out a sword. Okay, I got him, though. It's all right. Look at all this marble, though. Totally gonna build with that. There's a creeper. Actually, can you explode and kill these zombies? My first death ever. I'm honored. What? I think that's a bug with the sprinting mod. If I run, will it get more opaque? Yeah, it will. Oh, no, bro. I don't even know what's shooting me. It's somewhere in the darkness. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. Darkness should be a challenge. I shouldn't know what's shooting at me. Oh, it's another one of those guys. Yeah, no, I'm done. Let me heal. It'll be cool, bro. Luckily, what's nice about hunger overhaul is I actually don't need to be fully fed to heal. I just have to have more than 7 hunger bars. All right, what's over here? Oh! Purple stuff. I forgot exactly what's that called, but it's from Glenn's gases, and I can smelt it into an item that detects when gases are nearby. So it's actually really helpful when mining. Diaboline? Diaboline, I'll just call it that. And it releases this purple gas. I don't know what that does. Does it light with torches? Doesn't ignite with torches, but it's making the stone around orange. I'm pretty sure if I mine the stone when it's orange, yeah, it drops like already cooked stone blocks, which is nice. I guess it softens up the stone or something so it doesn't crumble when I hit it with my pickaxe. Duly noted, I guess, if I want that. Oh yeah, that way was a flop. Can we try this way? Let's try this way. Please just go deeper. Oh my gosh, it doesn't go deeper. Alright, this cave, unfortunately, it was a bummer. That's too bad, too. I had high hopes for it. I know at some point I'll find a good cave. I have to. Oh my gosh! It's just a void! Did you see that? I'm mining into some sort of cave. Let me throw a torch down. Oh my gosh! That goes all the way to the bottom of the world, I think. It's pretty cool. Well, what do you say? Do I jump down there? Probably not, because that's a mother spider. I think that's what they're called. It's kind of coming back to me. Why don't I mess with that after I put my items away? Maybe I'll jump down there and I'll just light a bunch of it up or something. Okay, let's do it! Oh, this dark ore. What is that thing? That's a rocket creeper. Yeah, I died immediately. Okay, I'm glad. I'm really glad I left my stuff up there. Okay, we're here. The skeleton's gonna ruin my life. I see tin. That's what we need. More ravine and lava. Oh my gosh. Okay, we hit the jackpot, I think. This is amazing. And redstone! That's like the last thing I need. And silver? I think that's silver. Not really useful, but I guess I'm glad I found it. TS zombies got nothing on me. Okay, I kind of got everything I needed to see from here. I'd like to go back to where that water pool is and spawn-proof it. Okay, I can, like, shimmy across this. Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. Can I make this? Oh, I can't. I can't sprint. I'm dead. Okay, just let me, like, spawn-proof this. This is another ravine. This is, like, there's, like, 3 ravines all, like, intersecting in this area. I died. Okay. I think I'm ready. I don't know if I want to go down there, though. I'm scared. Why don't I go mine a staircase to go down there? That's definitely a lot more safe. Uh-oh! That's natural gas. Oh, it just got ignited on the torch. That's not good. It's gonna burn my house down. Oh, yeah. I gotta destroy all the torches. That is natural gas, folks. Here, I'm gonna dig a little ventilation thing so it goes away. Yeah, if natural gas touches torches, it ignites and burns everything. And it also creates smoke, which you don't want to inhale, for obvious reasons. I don't want to mine around here now, because I'm scared I'm gonna poke more natural gas! Yeah, I just did it. Oh yeah, I see smoke. I feel smoke. I feel burning, actually. That's what I feel. Okay, it's okay. Keep your cool. Keep your cool. This is lapis. Lapis is cool. Lapis actually has a ton of uses in these mods, so that's cool. That's more natural gas. That's okay, right? Sure. Okay, now we're here. Let's grab the dark ore. This is from EvilCraft. EvilCraft is like the only magic mod I have installed, but it's one of my favorite. In fact, it is actually my favorite magic mod. It's so fun. And here's the redstone. Yes, this is what we needed. This is like the last ingredient. I will need a lot more tin and iron to actually get machines, but for now, this is fine enough. I also need rubber, so I'm going to start a rubber plantation when I'm at the surface. Okay, so I just found out that I wasn't recording for like half an hour. Luckily, it's not a big deal. All I did was smelt some sticky resin into rubber. Also, I made another tree tap because I forgot my first one at home. I'm getting so lucky with all the resin right now. This is great. Nah, this creeper's gotta go. Uh-oh. Don't. Bruh. Bruh! What? Why? Why? Seriously. There's so many creepers here. What is going on? Why is he floating? So what just happened there was an upside down creeper that decided to explode. And then another creeper exploded next to it, which released even more creepers out of a cave. This is horrible. Although I think that orange one is a cookie creeper, which is actually good. Yeah, it gave me cookies, see? But there's more upside down creepers, which I hate, because look at what they do to the terrain. I'm crashing out. Holy smokes. Yeah, this whole area is like completely screwed up. Although it is actually kind of cool. This is kind of a cool screenshot, I'll be real. No way there's another one, bro. Are you serious? I broke my tree tap and I have 47 rubber. That's pretty good. Or 47 resin. That's amazing. I think it's time we make a machine room. Also, real quick, let me show you how to get rubber. You just smelt the sticky resin. I recorded it earlier, but obviously I don't have the footage, so I'll do it again. That's cool. There we go, rubber. All right, yeah, why don't I make a machine room through here? That'd be kind of cool. Having machine rooms is very important. Also, real quick, let me make some refined iron. That's required in pretty much every machine, and it's basically just more pure iron. We get it by just smelting iron again. And here we go, we got our machine room all set up. Let's make our first component right now, because we can afford it. Except, no, I can't, because I forgot to smelt my tin, apparently. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and let this do its thing. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna make is a battery. And to make a battery, we're gonna need to make some copper cables. And then we have to insulate our copper cables. And then with copper cables, some redstone, and some tin, we have a reusable battery. I'm pretty sure that's what RE stands for. Reusable? Alright, and we can take the refined iron that we just made and put it in a formation like this to get a machine block. And with a furnace, a machine block, and battery, we make a generator, and this is what we use to make energy. But we need somewhere to store our energy, and if we want to store our energy, we have to make a bat box. That's short for battery box, and you make it like this. Pretty easy. Now we can put our generator down, and I'll put the bat box like this. You can see since they're next to each other, the generator will put energy into the bat box. And we make energy by putting any combustible item in there. And you can see it burned it and turned it into energy. Cool, we have power now. And we can use cables under the floor to run the energy into our machines. So let's go make some machines, huh? There's two machines that I want to make in this episode. A macerator and an extractor. We'll start with the extractor because that just lets us get more rubber from our resin. And we're going to need rubber for a long time. And the way we're getting it right now, kind of slow. On an unrelated note, I forgot to plant these saplings, so I'll do it right now. There we go. Once these grow, we'll have an unlimited source of rubber. Alright, now in all machines, we need a special component known as an electronic circuit. And you make an electronic circuit like this. And also to make an extractor, we need 4 tree taps in the recipe. Those are made like this. We already know that. And now I'm just waiting on my iron, which I have, so we can actually make the thing right now. Machine block, circuit, and then 4 tree taps like so. And we got the extractor. Amazing. I'll go connect this to the wire. And I might have smelted all my resin already. I don't think I can extract it now. Yeah, I smelted it. That's just great. It's not a huge deal though, because I'll just extract my rubber wood. Now I don't really have to worry about rubber anymore. It's extremely easy to get now. I just have to occasionally tap the trees and then put the resin into the extractor. Alright, why don't I make some more cables? And I'll use those cables to make another circuit. And then I'll use my refined iron to make a machine case. And I also need flint. I need flint for the macerator. I have some gravel right here, so I gotta get lucky. Oh, I got lucky. Nice. Will I get more lucky? That's the question. I need 3 flint total. Okay, 2 out of 3. There we go. We're so back. We can afford to make our machine now. Machine block, circuit, 3 flint, 2 cobblestone. Macerator! And now the macerator is important for a variety of different uses. Let me go get some of my ore chunks real quick and I'll show you what I mean. We can mash up our ores now. And you'll see if you do, you'll get 2 dust of that ore. And you can just smelt that dust into an ingot, so we essentially double our ores this way. It's phenomenal. And it's not just that, because with 3 copper dust and a tin dust, you can make 4 bronze dust, which can make a bronze ingot, which is used for a bunch of different things. Mostly as an iron substitute, but it also has a lot of its own uses, especially in the forestry mod. And I really want to get into forestry in this playthrough, because that's one of my other favorite mods. And it has so many cool uses. But yeah, we're about at the point that I want to be in. Why don't I go use my tap and go tap that tree real quick? Welcome back to the Old Mods Let's Play, featuring mods like Industrialcraft, Buildcraft, Forestry, Project Red, Railcraft, and others. And yeah, we just found diamonds. I was mining for a while and I wasn't recording, and I found diamonds, so that's cool. So why don't we dig them up and see how many we got, eh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 diamonds. That's amazing. I'm so glad I found diamonds, especially early like this, so it'll help my progression. Very awesome. And we also just got a bunch of redstone, too. Yeah, I only really did some mining in between episodes, and if I go over here, you can see this is the entrance to my tunnel. I have a bunch of, like, furnaces set up here. And then if I go up those stairs, you can see, we'll go back to my main base. I also have this room right here, which has a bunch of natural gas in it. Because I noticed if I keep digging this way, more gas gets released, so I'm kind of trapping it in here. Because I'd like to use it to refine some diabline, or whatever that purple ore was called that we found last episode. Yeah, I checked on the wiki, and you can only refine diabline in a gas furnace, which uses gas as power. So that's why I've been collecting it. You can see there's the ravine we explored last episode, and then up the stairs we're at base. Oh yeah, a lot of my trees grew, it looks like. Alright, yeah, one thing I'd like to focus on a lot in this episode is building. Because you can see I have a beautiful mountain face right here, and I'd love to dig into it and make a nice base. So I'm going to start preparing for that now. I'm looking for sand at the moment. Pretty sure there should be some nearby. I actually don't entirely know where all the sand is. Worst comes to worst, I could look for a desert. But unfortunately, deserts are really rare in the Highlands generation for some reason. So I might have a little bit of trouble. Although I could use a nature's compass or something. I could also macerate cobblestone for glass, but that also requires a lot of energy, so I don't know how worth it that is. Doesn't matter anyway. I found some sand right here. Currently brainstorming ideas for the base as I walk back. Probably not going to build anything too extravagant in this episode, but we'll see. No matter what I do, I'll probably pick it up next episode because I need to get this video out soon. And also, a ton of my rubber trees grew, so why don't I trim the leaves off this? Doing this is important, so that way you expose all the resin spots. And I think this tree right here has 3 resin spots. Yeah, there's one right here. Yeah, and there's 2 right there. I've never had one with 3 on it before. That's awesome. I don't know why. I always tend to get one with 1 or 2 resin spots on there. This one also has 3. What? That's crazy. Getting trees with this many resin spots must be really common in this version, because it is not like that in the 1.19 version of this mod. Another thing I should do is I should collect a bunch of wood, because I am fresh out, actually. I think before I do that, though, I'm going to make a new tool that'll help me. It just requires smelting some iron. Oops, didn't mean to drop my diamonds. I should actually not carry these on me. Do I have any tin? Yes, I do. Let me make a battery real quick. I'm gonna need a battery for this tree chopping doohickey. And I'm also gonna need an electronic circuit, and then I just need 5 more iron. Also, should definitely make energy while I'm doing this. You'll see why. Alright, yeah, let me make that thing I was talking about. A chainsaw. A chainsaw is like a really fast axe, and it also doesn't break. It just uses up energy. So let me charge it real quick, and boom, let's go cut down some trees. Yeah, that's a lot faster than my iron axe. In comparison, this is how my iron axe chops. Alright, I'll get back to you guys when I'm done chopping. Alright, now I finished chopping a bunch of trees, and I'm also starting to get the general idea for this mountain base going. We got a room here where I'll probably do some crafting, and then a hallway that leads to another room up here. This might be storage or something, maybe more crafting. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I'm making it up as I go, like every single one of my other builds, but it's pretty good. I just don't know how to connect this part to down here, because I don't really want it to be like a really long hallway or ladder, because it's kind of boring and debatably really slow. Maybe I'll make some sort of staircase. We'll see. I want to keep digging out this room. I'm not sure which room I want to use for the storage room, to be honest. Like, this is in a convenient spot, but up there is pretty convenient too, you know? So I'm not sure. Also, I just realized I have almost 40 levels. I should make something for that. Thanks to open blocks, we have an XP drain, and it will take all my XP from me, and I can put it into a tank. I think that's what I'll do, probably. So, to store our XP, we need a tank, which we can just make out of glass. That's pretty easy. These are from BuildCraft. Handy dandy BuildCraft tanks. And then we need some iron to make a, iron bars. And then make that drain. I'm actually gonna make, like, 3 tanks, because that should probably store all my XP. Not really sure. I don't really know where to store my XP. For now, doing it, like, right here is fine, I guess. Alright, so I place the drain down, and then I stand on it, and yeah, there we go. It's taking my XP. How do I want to do the window here? I'll probably do the glass like this. That looks pretty cool. So yeah, we got the window. I'll probably make this go farther back, and then I can start putting chests in here. There we go. This looks pretty good. So yeah, I think this is where storage will go. And then over here, we can dig out a machine room. Let me make some chests real quick, and I can start putting items up here. That'll do for now. Let's make some signs so we can keep track of everything, and that'll be pretty nice. Alright, so for storage, why don't we do like, we can put stone here. We can do stone and sediment. I just had a better idea, so I can fit more items in this room. Why don't I, like indent the wall slightly, and I can like as I was saying, why don't I like indent the walls right here so I can have a bunch of chests stacked on top of each other, so that way I don't have one chest for everything, because I know I'm gonna have like a ton of stone and stuff, and I'm gonna be stockpiling it. And yeah, so why don't I line the walls like this and have a bunch of chests, and then if I want to increase capacity more, I can do iron chests. Pretty snazzy. I'm happy with this a lot. Alright, I'm glad I made the storage room go right here. You know, I should put a staircase here. That'd probably be a good idea. Like, I can imagine, like, I put some sort of house here, and then there's a staircase that goes down like that. Straight to my rubber farm. That'd be pretty smart. You know? Stairs like so, and then I slowly go up. Alright, so over here is what I'll dig out to make, like, a room, so I can leave the base. I wonder if it'd be cool if I made it, because you see how the mountain's like diagonal here? What if I made the room diagonal on this side? Does that look interesting? Yeah, I'm just gonna say, stone bricks are probably my favorite block in all of Minecraft. Like, I use these things all the time. They're just so nice. They're also my favorite block in Terraria, believe it or not. I don't know why, I just like stone bricks in every game. I like stone bricks on an industrial basis. Oh yeah, and I could probably do a wood roof up here. That would look pretty nice. What if I made this whole room like diagonal? I'm not sure how I feel about the diagonal hallway. I don't hate it, but I don't love it that much, you know? If I were to keep going, I would have to rip out this wall. Actually, I don't know if I hate that much. Kind of works. I don't know why. I don't know. What do we think? What do we think about the diagonal, like, the room? So we have the room here, and then it goes diagonal like this, so I can leave. I don't know. Let me know. And let me know in the comments if you're watching this in the YouTube video. Cool, now we can go straight up to the house. Alright, yeah. Honestly, one thing that's probably not a bad idea to do right now is maybe going on a mining trip. Because, I've already talked about how I'm really low on ores. I was also talking about where I want to put my machine room. And I can't have a machine room if I don't have machines. And if I want to make machines, I need ores. So, going on a mining trip right now isn't such a bad idea. Why don't I go do that? I might put iron doors there, to be honest. That might look better. I need to make torches, and I need to make pickaxes and swords and shovels. It's always good to bring spare tools, no doubt. Or actually, you know what I should do? Instead of making tools out of iron, why don't I make tools out of bronze? Because bronze is similar to iron, like its tools are pretty much the same, but it's just not made out of iron, because I want to keep my iron for machines and stuff, but I also have a lot of copper and tin that I don't want, and I could use that to make some bronze stuff. So I'm saving my iron, and I'm using some other materials that are more abundant. I'm gonna have to go consult my macerator for that though. So can I sleep? Yeah, why don't I sleep and then we go do that? This might be a little bit of waiting. I just have to wait for some of my tin to macerate, and then I have to wait for some copper to macerate after. In fact, while I do that, why don't I go make a second macerator? Also, I need bronze for another thing. I need bronze to make a wrench so I can move my machines. I'll explain more about that later when we get to that point. Machine block, electronic circuit, some flint, some cobblestone, and we're good to go. So we can macerate my copper. And then I can combine those in a crafting table or just in my regular crafting grid to make some bronze dust, and then I just smelt that to get ingots. Now that I have some copper dust, I can show you guys how to make the bronze dust. So, making it is pretty easy. We just need 1 tin and then 3 copper. We get 4 bronze, and then we can smelt this into bronze ingots. And then the bronze ingots we can make tools out of. Got some bronze, and I would be able to make tools out of this, but I don't have enough, so I'm gonna have to wait. Why don't I go on a little expedition to the jungle so I can get melon seeds? Because I think, yeah, I need fruit. And I'm pretty sure melon will give me fruit. Yeah, it will. It gives me fruit nutrition. So why don't I go get some melons real quick? Oh, there's pumpkins over there too. I should grab those. Yeah, I'm probably not going to eat the pumpkins, but I do want them so I can use them for crop breeding. I'll talk more about that crop breeding stuff as we actually do it. Right now, I'm just preparing. There we go. I see some melons in the distance. Oh, they take a long time to break. That's not what I was expecting. Oh, and my chainsaw breaks them slowly. Oh, there's a estuary over here. And I also see a dark oak forest. That's cool. I like dark oak wood. Oh no, the blood moon. It's here. I gotta get out of here before I get killed. Okay, it's alright. I just gotta climb the mountain, and my base is just right up here, so that's okay. Oh yeah, look, you can see the blood moon. Yeah, that's another thing from random things. Random things just adds cool stuff. Yeah, you can see even the sky is like a faint red. Uh-oh. I'm fine with a little bit of combat. Maybe it'll be fun. In fact, I'm actually gonna invest in some bronze armor. That's not a terrible idea. Because it's also just like iron armor, but I don't use iron to make it. Oh, when is this blood moon gonna end? I wanna go get my bronze. Screw it, man. I'm going for it. Oh, no, bro. That skeleton just completely screwed me over. I'm not gonna look back. It's cool. Cool, my ores are done. I could probably stand and macerate more tin. Alright, let me make a ton of bronze. Boom! Over a stack. Beautiful. Now I'm really scared to go outside, though, because I hear a lot of mobs. And now, why don't we make some bronze tools now? Here we go. And making bronze tools is like any other tool. So I'm gonna make, 2 swords, and then I'm gonna make, 4 pickaxes. And you know what? Why don't I make 2 shovels? So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, join my Discord, follow my Twitter, play Industrial Basis, subscribe to my second channel, visit my website. Goodbye. Welcome everybody to the Old Mods Let's Play, Part 3, featuring Industrialcraft, Buildcraft, Railcraft, EvilCraft, all the crafts, for sure. Now, this is our machine room. It's pretty terrible, to be honest. It's, very bad. And the reason why I say that is because the wiring is all over the place, I barely have any machines, they're not really sorted, not good power gen. I gotta work on that. So I'm gonna design a machine room near my storage room, just so, they're connected. Not sure exactly where I'll put it though. I might put it behind my storage room and have it connect to up here. But I could also just put it in here, although the problem with that is then it's kind of far from my storage room and I want it to be close so it's convenient. But I also want the room to maybe have nice views, like views of the outside, I don't know. So then it'd have to be on the edge of the mountain. Decisions. Minecraft is a game about decisions, undoubtedly. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys when I think of a spot. Alright, this is what I decided on doing for the machine room. You can see it's connected to the storage room through this door, and then there's another door over here that goes next to the staircase. So I'm going to start moving my stuff in here. But I'm going to show you guys a new tool we can make with bronze. With 6 bronze, you can make a wrench. And now the reason we need this is to pick up our machines, because you can't pick up machines with a pickaxe. Because if you try breaking the machine with a pickaxe, you just get your machine block back. You have to use a wrench to actually collect them. Like this. There we go, I got everything back. There is actually a small chance you lose the machine anyway for some reason, but it's alright. We got lucky and we have everything now. Alright, let me think about how I want to set up this room. I am going to make an energy room through here. Because obviously we need somewhere we're going to get our power from. So if I make a room back here for all the power storage, it might be better than putting it in the machine room. Alright, here's what I decided on doing for the machine room. You can see we have the bat box here facing into these cables, which is where my machines are going to go. And then this room right here is where I'm going to have the generator that connects to the bat box. And then eventually I'll have other stuff in here for power as well. Probably geothermal generators, which use lava, or solar panels, which use sun. There we go, we got a nice little thing going. Alright, I've been chilling in my workshop for a while, and I want to make some solar panels. Crafted with just generators, some electronic circuits, glass, and coal dust. These are going to be a better way to make power for now, because I don't need any fuel or anything. It just has to be daytime, and they have to be looking at the sun. I'm probably going to put them up here, but I can't really show off this area because it's a blood moon right now. I kind of wish this mountain was thinner, because I'd like to put the solar panels like on this side of the mountain, and that way they could reach the sun, but you can see that side of the mountain is pretty far. So my solar panels are going to have to go over here or something. So it's going to be a lot of cable I have to run to the machine room, unfortunately. Also, I forgot to explain, but I made this bat pack off screen. Pretty much what it does is say I take it off and, like, let me just use my chainsaw for example. You can see I start breaking blocks with it, the EU goes down. It's using energy. But if I put on a bat pack and break a block with the chainsaw, you can see it's back up to full. That's because it siphoned power from the bat pack instead of from my chainsaw. So pretty much I just expand the energy capabilities of my stuff. But yeah, I have the chainsaw, but I'm going to make the pickaxe and shovel version of that, known as the drill. And of course, I gotta go all out, so I'm gonna make a diamond drill as well. That'll hold me over for a long time, no doubt. Electronic circuit, RE battery, I gotta flip this, and then refined iron. Oh wait, that's the chainsaw. Do it like this to get a mining drill. Pretty cool. And with the mining drill and 3 diamonds like so, we get a diamond drill. Nice. And now I can actually get obsidian, which I think I will do, because it might be time to go to the nether. I want to get glowstone for, like, look purposes in my base. And if my nether spawn is near lava, I could potentially make a lava packing station, and then I can use geothermal generators to make energy. The sun is rising, so it'll be safe to go to my mine soon. It'll be pretty cool. Actually, I have a lot of glass on me. I kind of have an interesting idea, maybe to do with the stairs over here. If I put them in like a glass tunnel, I wonder if that would look cool. I shouldn't be out here. I'm gonna get slaughtered. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but the chainsaw is actually a pretty good weapon. Since the diamond drill is a pickaxe and shovel, these are really the only 2 tools I need right now. Also, fun fact, you can craft buckets with tin in Industrialcraft. It's just another one of those handy things that you can do with the new Industrialcraft stuff. Oh, this evil stone right here that I completely missed. We'll probably do EvilCraft later in this episode too. Because with EvilCraft, I can make a pickaxe that has Fortune 10. Yeah, it's actually very overpowered. I'm not even gonna lie, I debated using Craft Tweaker to make the recipe harder, but I decided against it, because I didn't really want to change anything about the actual mods. I use it to fix some recipes, and make some things more compatible, and remove like a few mine factory blocks that I didn't really care for. But other than that, I wanted to keep from actually like changing the mods with Craft Tweaker. So I didn't make the Vengeance pickaxe harder to get. I kind of want my nether portal to be like kind of far away from all my stuff because they're so loud. I might put it up here maybe. This might not be a bad spot. Just so that way it's far enough away where I can't really hear it. But then this is still in like kind of a convenient-ish area. I could probably put it like right here. That's not like the worst idea in the world. What is that blue stuff? I've never seen that gas before in my life. That might be electric gas. That might be corrosive gas. No clue, but it was pretty cool. I might have to look in creative. Yeah, there's probably more behind here. Yeah, there is. Does that look corrosive to you guys? I don't know. It doesn't really do anything when it hits a torch, so maybe it's electric gas, but I have no idea what that stuff is. You know, I thought of an interesting idea for the portal. I want to do something with glass, like I said, and I have an idea for a glass tunnel. I know I have a bunch of glass. Where did I leave it? It's in my inventory, I think. I think this is all of it. So what if this way I built like a tunnel, and then at the end of the tunnel I can put my nether portal? That's definitely different, and I want to have more builds up here. I kind of want this to be like the main entrance to the base nowadays. Because I'll be honest, I like this view a lot more. Like, look over here. We got a woodlands biome, jungle biome. You know, it's a lot more interesting than just like the plains. Maybe at some point I could put a force field here and have it like a wall that I can turn on and off. That'd be cool. I'd love to do something with force fields. Even though I had a force field mod installed in every single one of these old mod series, I've never touched it. I've never gotten the opportunity. I will in this one though, since I'm not going to cancel this one. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna have enough glass for this. That's a little annoying. Don't matter that much, you know, glass is like kind of common. I'll get more, but it's a little annoying. I might use the biome compass to find a desert, because I'm kind of tired of tearing up like sand deposits to get all this glass, because it's starting to make my world look a little ugly. I'm not a fan. I like sourcing my sand from places that are kind of meant for that. So let's make a nature's compass. How do we do that? Saplings compass and logs. That's very easy. I have all of that in my inventory, actually, except the compass. Just compass. Now, we just have to scroll down and hit desert. I'm really hoping I have one a reasonable distance away. That's 4,000 blocks. Yeah, I don't know why, but the Highlands mod, like, makes deserts really rare for some reason. It's super annoying. It's the only gripe I have with this generation. Love everything else. Hate how rare deserts are. It was almost a deal breaker for me. I'm not even gonna lie. Maybe I could try a Sahel biome. Those also have a lot of sand, and it's kind of the same thing as a desert. It just has trees. Oh, that one's way closer. That's less than 1,000 away. We'll go look over there. It's in this direction. Oh, do you see that over there? We just found a volcano, I think. We totally did. That's awesome. I love the way basalt looks. This is from Project Red. That's a volcano. Volcanoes don't have much to offer, just a lot of basalt and some lava, but those are two very valuable resources. Also, I just realized, instead of complaining about how I can't, like, sprint that much, I should just get a horse. That's a very easy thing to do, because saddles are craftable. And it'll let me get around a lot faster. And also, there's oil over there! That's amazing! We haven't found oil yet, but oil is, like, an extremely good resource for making power, especially for buildcraft. This is where I'll source my sand from now on. You can see there's a lot more of it, and there's sandstone. Alright, I'll just start scraping it off this mountain, I guess. I'm gonna get a ton of it, because it's a very far walk. But yeah, you can see it's starting to turn night now. That's a worry, because it's going to get dark on me really quick. I'll hole up in this little mountain right here. Alright, I'll get back to you guys once a day. Alright, yeah, my drill's out of juice, and I've quite a bit of sand, so it's time to go back. And I don't exactly remember where my base was. I know it was, like, in this general direction, but I don't remember the exact area. Alright, let's go smack that portal down. There we go. I guess I could hop in briefly just to check my surroundings, but I'm gonna prepare a little bit. I'm gonna bring a ton of cobblestone and some iron doors. Please don't die immediately. Okay, here I am. I'm gonna protect it immediately. So far, there's nothing that bad. It's really far away from all the lava, though. That's unlucky, but I can just move the portal down and it won't, like, mess anything up. I suppose I'll walk around for a bit, but I don't have a lot of food. I have no idea what that white stuff is, and it's everywhere. My game might be broken, because this shouldn't be spawning. This might be milk? I have no idea. I'm getting attacked by gas. I'm gonna have to mess with this in a creative world, because my world might be a little messed up right now. Might have some mod conflicts, which just sucks. I do not want to fix that kind of thing right now. Alright, now I don't know exactly what's wrong with the nether. I'm gonna fix it. Messing with some stuff in the files, but I don't feel like doing that right now, so I'll do it later. I guess we're just not going to do nether stuff right now. And I'm also going to reset the nether when I fix it. So that way none of that milk is in there. So let's find something else to do. What's that? Oh, that's electrotine. Diamonds! Yo! That's just awesome. Just out of the blue, too. I was just talking about how I wanted diamonds and I actually got them. That's amazing, but maybe I should wait on picking these up, because I'm going to make the Vengeance pick soon, and the Vengeance pick, in case you guys didn't know, it has Fortune 10. So maybe I should wait to pick these up. Well done with ketchup is the way to go for real. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. What was that now? I saw my item survived, which is good, but I don't know what that was. I think my torch might have gotten too close. More diamonds! Saving those cords. Let's go start EvilCraft, I think. I think it's time we start EvilCraft. Now, my current goal is I want to make the Vengeance pick. This is an EvilCraft doohickey. And you can see it needs 3 diamonds. Hiccups and burp. You can see I need 3 diamonds, and I need some hardened blood shards and dark sticks. And dark sticks are the thing that's a little difficult, because we need undead wood. And we have to make an undead sapling for that. The first thing I'm going to make is a blood extractor, because that'll let us collect blood. And blood is what we need for pretty much all of EvilCraft. It's kind of like the energy of EvilCraft, if that makes sense. You just need a dark gem and an iron to get spikes, and then you need some spikes and a glass and a dark gem. There we go, blood extractor. And I'll even make a few more, just because it's good to have a bunch. Now, to get blood, we have to kill things, and then the blood extractors will slowly fill up. So we're gonna start by doing that. I see some animals over here that I can kill. Alright, now we have our blood. We don't have a lot, but, you know, this will do, at least for a little bit. Now, what we do with it is we want to make this thing called the Blood Infuser. It's this doohickey right here, and you need an infusion core, and you need a dark power gem and some hardened blood. You can make the hardened blood now. And it's pretty easy to do so. I'll demonstrate. Alright, now, this is how it works. You can right-click with the blood extractor to place the blood, and, you know, it's gonna harden. And we also need a flint and steel to pick it up. If I can find one. Here it is. There it is. Let's make the blood extractor. So how this works is we have to place some blood, like, in the ground, and then we have to throw a dark gem into it to turn it into a dark power gem. So here, I'll demonstrate. So we need 5 bloods like this, throw a gem in, and there we go. We got a dark power gem, which is the last thing we need for the blood infusion core. So we got the infuser, nice. And this is actually the only thing we need at the moment. So we can just place it down, and this is what it looks like inside. And we can just add our blood by doing that. We got 1,000 in there. And we can put the thing in there we need for the sapling. And what that thing is we need a dead bush. And to get a dead bush, I don't, like, I know the nearest desert is, like, far away, as we already know. So, yeah, kind of far. But there is a better way to get dead bushes, and it involves shears. And you can actually craft dead bushes. Not sure what mod adds it, but it's really handy. So now I have a dead bush, and I can put this in the infuser, and I should get that, that blood sapling. There we go. That's enough. Okay, so place it down, bone meal, and there we go. Undead tree. Pretty nice. And we just gotta chop this down. 1, 2, 3 diamonds, 2 dark sticks, 2 hardened blood. Boom, vengeance pickaxe. Now let's go underground and mine those diamonds that we found. There we go. Here's that first vein. And look, we broke 1. We have 10 diamonds now. It's actually so busted. Although it does spawn those guys. Just ignore them. They won't touch you. There, we got 7. We got 2. And, I don't even know how many that was, but it was a lot. Alright, now let's go mine that other vein that we found. There's very little durability, but that's not that big of a problem, because there's a certain machine you can make with EvilCraft that lets you, strip the fortune book off of the vengeance pickaxe and put it on the drill. So, it's kind of busted. And I know there were diamonds in a cave over here. No clue what that was. I'm just gonna forget it. Nice. Is there any more, or was that it? That was it. That's fine. We have almost a stack of diamonds now. Literally from, like, nothing. That's crazy. Woo! I have so many of them now. Like, actually. Like, here. Let's lay them all out just to get a visualization of how many diamonds that I own. Look at that and tell me I'm not living large right now. Like, for real. Oh, yeah. Alright, so I want to put windows here like this, probably. And, I'm gonna push this wall out one more this way, just so that window looks good. You know, we're gonna do the solar panels real quick before I do anything else. Where should they go? I need tin. I should use tin cables for this, because tin cables are, like, kind of made for solar panels, and they, don't have high energy loss. So I can place a bunch of them without losing energy, really. I have no stone. Alright, you know what? We gotta wait for my stone to smelt, so here's what I think we'll do. I think I'm gonna smelt the stone, and while we wait, we can take an Isaac break. I think that sounds like a good idea. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep the game open. I'm going to tab out. Let's see. Now the title is clickbait, but whatever. What was that? Oh no! The fumble. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, bruh. Side to side. Very easy. Oh! Ah, GG. Oh wait, I was gonna do solar panels. That's right. Let's do that real quick. I don't know where I want to put them, but obviously it's got to be on the roof. So let's think about it real quick. We can do cables like so. That torch just got to go, unfortunately, but that's all right. And then we can have the cables going like this. I think that looks fine. To test how much energy we're getting, I think I'm gonna make a new doohickey real quick. A new gadget that will help me out here. So we're gonna make something called an EU reader. And now what the EU reader does is it tells you how much energy is going through a cable. I don't know how to search it up. I forgot what it's called. If I just search up reader, it'll pop up. Oh, it has a hyphen. So I need 1 glowstone, which I have exactly 1 glowstone. I got that from a slime, I think. And then I need 4 cables, and I need some of that other stuff. Forgot what it's called. Also, side note, I'm going to turn all these furnaces into iron furnaces. Iron furnaces are a little more fuel efficient and faster, for anyone who's wondering. It's just, it'll be nice to have. So, iron furnaces. And now let me smelt some refined iron. And I also need redstone. Alright, refined iron, redstone, copper cable. Easy. And now we just combine that with some copper cable again and get an EU reader. So, you can see if I right-click the cable, 0 EU. And obviously that's because it's nighttime, so the solar panels aren't making anything. So we're making energy. We have green energy now. That's awesome. Welcome everybody to the Old Mods Let's Play, episode 4, featuring mods like Industrialcraft, Railcraft, Project Red, EvilCraft, Forestry, all the great mods from back in the day. And I'm going to be playing through them in this series. I have these skull minion orbs that I got from a necromancer, I think, and I'm kind of curious about what they do. Let's go figure out together, shall we? Go skull minion orb! So how do these work now? Oh, so it's like a homing projectile. That's actually really cool, and it looks like it's inflicting some sort of potion effect. Go, skull minion orbs, attack the creeper already. What are you guys doing? Are you guys stupid? You guys are not helping. Well, that's cool. I'm glad I found out what those do. They're a pretty fun weapon. I don't know how practical they are when I got a chainsaw, but they are cool nonetheless, I will say. Yeah, maybe I should craft some electrical furnaces. I just have to upgrade my iron furnaces to make them, and electrical furnaces are pretty useful. The only problem is I just don't really have that much energy to use them, so I don't know. Maybe I should just focus on power gen. I think I can get away with making some electrical furnaces, though, because they're pretty useful. So I'm gonna pick these up, and I actually think I have everything else I need for them ready. And now 4 circuits, 4 iron furnaces, and some redstone. Now the electric furnace is a direct upgrade to the iron furnace, and the iron furnace is an upgrade to the regular furnace. And the way electrical furnaces work is, first of all, they're electric, so they use EU instead of fuel. And the other thing is they actually are slightly more fuel efficient than an iron furnace, so they're faster and they use less fuel. So that's just another bonus on top of being electric, which is nice. Pretty nice. So now I can like just put stuff in here, smelt it. Don't need anything in the bottom slot as long as there's energy in my bat box. Very useful. And we can even test run it with some tin that I have, and you can see it's faster than a normal furnace as well. It may be time to get better power generation, but I don't really know how to do that right now. I'm thinking about my options. I could do a geothermal generator, but I haven't fixed the nether yet, so I can't really use the nether right now. But I can get lava from like the bottom of the world. I know where some lava pits are. And geothermal generators make a lot of energy, so that might be a good idea. So this is how you make a geothermal generator. You just need a generator, some glass, some empty cell, some refined iron. It's pretty easy. So we'll make some of those real quick. All right, I'm trying to think about how I can run the cable without like disturbing any other cable. That'll do. I just want to do it while, like, hiding it, you know? Very nice. Very, clean cable job. You can see it there, but, you know, I don't care that much. Alright, yeah, you can see picking up lava with the cells is really easy. You just right-click like you're picking it up with a bucket, and you scoop it up. Alright, now that we're back up with the lava cells, let me demonstrate how they work. Pretty simple. Put them in the bottom slot, and they make a lot of energy. Like, a lot of energy. This thing's actually full, but I think that's from the solar panels. So maybe I should make an MFE, because I'm making a ton of energy, but it's going to waste right now. Pretty much what an MFE is it's like a battery box where it stores energy, but it's just it's the medium voltage tier. It stores a lot more. It stores 600,000, which goes without saying, but it's a lot more. And we got an MFE. And I also want to make a low voltage transformer, because since this is medium voltage, if I were to connect it to my machines directly, all my machines, which only handle low voltage, will explode. Now, I'm gonna rip out all my cable stuff again, unfortunately. This might get a little messy. I need a gold cable going down like this, because it'll burn regular cables that are low voltage. And then I need a low voltage transformer like this. And I need to wrench it so it's facing upwards. So the 3 dots, you can see the 3 dots is where your energy goes in, and all the dots on the outside are where your energy goes out. MFE. Yeah, this is a lot cleaner than before. I don't even have to use any paint, which is cool. Very nice. And I can even close that off. So yeah, now it's really good. Although I kind of want to break this brick just so that way I can access this thing, so I can put my like tools in there so I can charge them. You know, it might be time to do some crop breeding now that we have all this extra time. Crop breeding will let us get our nutrition up, because you can see starting to get low on dairy. Fruit's actually still okay. Getting low on grain. Vegetables fine. And now, the reason why I want my nutritions to be high instead of low is because if they're high, I get some benefits, and if they're low, then I get some penalties. And I would like to not get penalties, you know what I'm saying? So, I think it might be important to build a whole like little greenhouse down there just to get things going. I think I'm gonna build it down there in that little valley area. It's a pretty good spot, and I'm gonna have to do some construction on my old house just in preparation. I'm thinking like here we can cut this part of the house in half. This area we can repurpose for like gardening stuff, and then we can have a whole like glass area over here. So I think that's what we'll do. Dig this out, cut the house in half. I'm going to place wood like this to finish off like a wall right here, and then we can start like outlining where the actual greenhouse will go, I think. I'm gonna need a lot more glass than this. I can already tell. Okay, let's go up 2 blocks higher before I start like making a curved ceiling, I think. This is a lot of preparation for crop breeding of all things, but it's all right. I like going all out, I guess. Here we go. Isn't it turning out so nice? I want to start crop breeding now that the greenhouse is done, and we're gonna have to make some machines for that. There's a few machines I want. I want solar panels, I want bat boxes, and I want something we haven't touched yet, known as the Cropmatron. So we'll get on that right now. We'll start working towards one. Yeah, I gotta process all my ores. I should probably make more macerators too, to be honest, or maybe I should upgrade them to rotary macerators. That might not be the worst idea, but pretty sure making rotary macerators is like kind of annoying. Yeah, either obsidian or scrap metal blades. I don't want to make scrap metal blades because that just costs a lot of my ingots that I need for machines already, but making obsidian blades costs like a stack of obsidian to have enough. I don't know how worth it that is. One way I can make my macerators faster right now is I can give them overclocker upgrades, and what those do is they're upgrades that I can make for my machines. I put them in these slots right here, and they'll make my machine faster, and they're like actually cheap enough to make. Like I can make a few of these right now if I wanted to. So one more circuit. All right, cool. Let's make our coolant cells, or not coolant cells. Let's make our overclocker upgrades. 5 overclocker upgrades for my macerators. I'll put like 3 in here, and then I'll put like 2 in here. I don't know if they work if they're stacked like this. I'm pretty sure they do, but just to be safe, I'll make them singles, because it's not like I'm putting any other upgrades in here anyway. And yeah, look how much of a difference it makes. It's so much faster. It's amazing. All right, now I'm letting all that do its thing in the machine room. How about in the meantime, we like work on improving my storage room, at least visually, because it's kind of, you know, ugly. At least in the sense that, like, you know, cobblestone, loose rocks sticking out of the walls, and some of the walls made out of dirt, which obviously isn't safe. So I think we're going to fix up this room, but I'm going to go get water real quick. So let me go get some water, and when I come back, we can do everything. What was even that? You know, I really wish this glass wall here I pushed out by 1 block. Just so that way all of these, like, these pillars that I have in between the chests would be like perfect. I might do that, but I don't have silk touch, and I feel bad breaking all the glass with my hand. But I also don't care that much because I have a lot of glass, so it's fine. Now we can think about what we want to do with this outside portion. I was thinking either making it framing the window with either stone bricks or planks. Balcony. Ooh, it's actually not a bad idea. Balcony could be kind of fire. What if we push out the window and we had like a door here that led to a balcony around? And then like you walk out and it's like a staircase that goes down to a balcony or something. Just so that way the view isn't impeded by the balcony, but then you still get a view from the balcony by going down here, if that makes sense. And I'm gonna actually add torches just so nothing spawns over here. Amazing. I'm actually really happy with how that balcony turned out. It turned out better than it should have. And now the rest of this room I would like to revamp. I think for now though, I'll do a wooden floor just because I have so much wood. And it would match the balcony and stuff. Cool, now I just gotta re-add the torches and we're good. Maybe I could add some paintings in here too. That would kind of fit the vibe, and even in this room I should add paintings in the hallways. Alright, I'll probably put one like right here. This is like the perfect spot for a painting. Nice, looks pretty fire. Now let's go put some paintings in this hallway. Because this hallway is like really bare. Yeah, wait, let me check how to make the mining laser one more time. Yeah, so you need glowstone for this. Wait, you can craft glowstone, right? I swear you can do it with gold. Even though it doesn't say it in NEI, I'm pretty confident you can use gold to make glowstone. Uh-oh, where'd those ingots... Where did my ingots go? My gold ingots just disappeared. Please tell me it's in this version. Yes, you can make glowstone. And just to reiterate, the reason why I wanted to do this was so that way I can get I can make the mining laser without needing to go to the nether, because I still haven't fixed the nether yet. Diamonds, redstone, and I also need to make a compressor. I forgot to mention that. That's a machine we haven't touched yet. A compressor is just used for like crafting stuff. It's pretty easy to make. We can make that right now. And we need it to make the advanced alloy plates that are required to make a mining laser. So let's make our advanced alloy. Making that is pretty simple. You just need like refined iron, bronze, and tin. Like this, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and we have to make 4. And now we just stick these in a compressor and we get our advanced alloy. Pretty simple. Let's go make our mining laser. So to make one, we just need 4 alloy plates, circuits, energy crystals, and some redstone. Boom! Mining laser! Fantastic. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to show you guys how this thing works. It's really fun. It's one of my favorite industrial craft things. Alright, so the way it works is you right click, uses a little bit of energy, and it shoots a laser that destroys blocks and drops the blocks, might I add. Digging tunnels has never been this easy. Seriously. Look, I found some tin. Just like... And what's even better than just like digging tunnels is if you hold down M and right click, you can change the mode. And there's a bunch of modes to choose from. We were on mining just now. But we can do low focus, so it does like 1 block at a time. Long range, which like, you know, shoots at long range. You can see that tunnel just like is very far. And then horizontal, which should make it go like perfectly straight. But for some reason, it seems to only destroy 1 block. It used to not be like that, which is sad. I don't know why it's like bugged. I don't know if it's bugged, but I don't know why it's like this. And then there's superheat, which will automatically smelt things I shoot, but this honestly isn't that good because it's better to just like macerate and then smelt your ores because you get double that way. But you know what? It's alright. It's cool. And then there's scatter, which yeah, scatter's pretty fun. I love that one a lot. Just put a bunch of holes everywhere. It's good. It's just good to have like fun. And then of course there is explosive, which definitely got to stand back for. Shoot it. Boom. Giant gape. I'm not going to keep it in my hotbar, though, in case I accidentally right-click and destroy a bunch of my crap. Also, I might make an armor stand to put my bronze armor on, because it's about to break, and this is kind of like my first armor set. So it just feels, you know, it feels like a good send-off. So why don't we do that? How do we make an armor stand? Iron and slabs. All right, that's pretty easy. Yeah, you know what? I like that. And I can even see it from my balcony now. That's cool. Hopefully the next armor set that I make is the Nano suit. I could make that very soon, actually. I just need a bunch of coal. And I probably have enough coal for that, to be honest with you. In fact, I probably could have made that over this other set of bronze, if I'm being honest with you. So you know what? We're actually going to do that instead. We're going to make bronze armor. Or not bronze armor. We're going to make nano armor. Because it's actually better than diamond, fun fact. And it uses less diamonds than diamond armor, so... Yay me. Here. I have a cookie. I'm going to eat my cookie real quick. While I wait for my stuff to finish. I'm gonna be one of those streamers who just eats food and does nothing else. Yummy cookie! Coal dust is taking its sweet time. I could actually make some carbon fiber right now. The nano suit requires carbon plates to be made. And to make carbon plates, you just have to compress mesh. And for that, you need some fiber. And for that, you need dust. So I literally just need a ton of coal to make the nano suit. Okay. Maybe while I wait for my... nano suit to finish, I could make a jetpack. That's another upgrade I should definitely make. And it's pretty cheap. I even have a bat box lying around. So you know what? Yeah, we're gonna make a jetpack too. Screw it. Cool. Alright, yeah, so this is my plan for the greenhouse. I want to put crowdmatrons over the water like this, because they have a 4 tile by 4 tile radius, like the water. And then, I want to have copper cable, and then go up a few blocks. And then I want to break this, and have a bat box. And I want to make sure it's facing into the... Oh yeah, it was. You know, I'll just do that. There we go. Have it face into the cable. And now... break this and make it a ultra low current cable. And I'll have it go up here. And then we can have a solar panel that goes right here for energy. There we go. And now let me go to the bottom of my greenhouse again and just make sure everything is working as it should. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Cropmatron is getting energy. Yeah, it is. It doesn't look like it, but that's just because it can store a lot. And I'm just gonna build this. Did not think that was gonna break it. Dang, I'm gonna have to make another one. I'll do that later. I don't give a shit right now. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, I'm just gonna build this exact same thing over all the water pools, and that should cover up the entire greenhouse with Cropmatron coverage. Fun fact, real quick, you can make boomerangs. Pretty cool. I don't know how good of a weapon these are, but they are cool. Circuits, crops, cool, Cropmatron. All right, let's go. And also, wait, before I go down, I'm gonna make the thing that actually makes, like, I'm gonna make the thing that the Cropmatrons use to actually be useful. So we're gonna grind up some spider eyes real quick. I know, weird choice, right? But it's necessary. We're gonna grind up spider eyes, and we're also gonna do some coal while I'm up here, because a lot of my coal is ready. I can make some carbon fibers. That's actually going to be more than enough, so that's awesome. Cells, grin powder, redstone, boom, Wheat X. Alright, cool. Now, Wheat X is a very important thing for crop breeding. You'll see what I'm talking about in a little bit. Alright, now let me demonstrate how crop breeding works. Pretty much, we take these crop sticks that we crafted, and you just place them down like so. And then you can, you know, put seeds on top of them. Really handy. A better way to grow crops, and it even works with things like pumpkins and melons, which usually grow differently to seeds. You can also do it with like sugarcane and stuff, and nether wart. And pretty much we have our crops like this, right? But if you put a crop on a crop, you get sticks that look like this, and then you can put like 2 crops on each side of the crop sticks, and pretty much when these fully grow, they'll both spread onto this crop stick, and they'll make something completely new. And that something can either be like a new crop, like one of these, or it could be a crop that's upgraded, like an upgraded wheat or an upgraded pumpkin. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But the reason we needed Wheat X is because if you let crop sticks sit unattended for a while, they will grow weeds, which can destroy your farmland, kill all your crops. It's a huge mess. So if you right-click on these with Wheat X, you can see we spray a little on, and weeds won't grow on these anymore. And the Cropmatron here, pretty much, if I put Wheat X in there, it will automatically spray all the crops around here at the cost of energy. So it'll keep my crops safe for the foreseeable future, and I won't have to worry about any weeds destroying all my crap. I think our carbon plates are ready. They are. Let's make the nano suit, eh? Second best armor set ever, and it didn't even take me that long. And now making a nano suit is pretty simple. You just need some energy crystals, and then you just like make armor like normal. Oh, and I'm pretty sure the helmet requires glass. Yeah, it does. There we go. And it stores 100,000 energy, it seems. And let's wear it. Oh yeah, nano suit, baby. We're so decked out. Like, let's just look at this. Look at this. That looks so cool. I'm gonna take a screenshot, actually, because I'm so happy that I have a nano suit now. Now, pretty much the nano suit gives you insanely high damage reduction. It's just like really good armor. Like, I could probably survive jumping off my mountain here. No, I could not. Maybe it doesn't protect against fall damage, but it protects against other stuff. Yeah. That's the gist of it. Pretty good armor, pretty good armor. Although I'm not gonna be wearing the chest plate much, because I would rather wear a jetpack or a lat pack, to be honest. Because I don't really get into combat that often. Welcome everybody to the Old Mods Let's Play, featuring mods like Industrialcraft, Buildcraft, Railcraft, Forestry, and others. Yeah, big news today. I finally fixed the Nether, so we can actually use the Nether now. So that's cool. I found out what the problem was. I just had to make it so all the Ganny's Nether crops would generate, which for some reason I had them disabled in the config. Now that the Nether's fixed, it's actually like what I want to do right now. I want to get a bunch of Nether stuff I haven't been able to. So let me prepare for a Nether expedition real quick. I'll bring food, and I'll bring some... I'll bring a golden apple in case I need it. It's a hearty, light meal, apparently. Finally, in the nether. It's finally accessible to us. I built a little bit, like, off camera. I made this nether hub off camera, and that's all I did. But, yeah, we're gonna collect nether resources. The nether is now, like, actually available. So there's a few things I want to grab. I want to grab some quartz. I want to grab some glowstone, and maybe some of those new nether crops that are available, thanks to Ganny's nether. Here's some quartz right here. Although, I should probably be careful, because, mining quartz is a little bit different. That's about to blow up, isn't it? Yep, I called it. Because of nether ores, it actually changes how regular nether quartz works. It drops the full block when mined, and it also has a chance to explode when it's mined. And I have to smelt it to get the actual nether quartz. It's actually really bad. I wonder if there's a way to change that. But all right, I just got to be really careful and make sure not to die. It also, makes zombie pigmen angry when you mine these ores. Oh, hell no! There's a ghast. Somewhere down there. I can't see it. There's some sapphire over here. I don't really care. I don't really care to mine any of the nether ores, to be honest. Oh, there's nether wart down there. That's awesome, because we got the, wild nether wart mod. Because honestly, nether wart should just spawn, like, around. Alright, let's go grab some glowstone up here. Nice. I'm gonna mine it with my vengeance pick, actually, so I get more. Nice. Can I break this while I get it? Yeah, I will. Okay, cool. We have nether wart. We just need to find a fortress so we can get blaze powder. I really should have brought a ranged weapon. Maybe I'll go back and do that, actually. Oh, maybe I can melee this ghast. Boom! Let's go back to the overworld and let's make a musket, actually. Because those are just, like, better bows. So to make a musket, it is crafted like this. We just need a musket barrel and a musket stock, and that's just wood and, like, some other stuff. Making the ammo is the hard part, because you need paper for that, and I don't really have a good source of paper. Can I make it with, like, wood? Is there a way? Yeah, I can make it with wood, but I need a carpenter for that. That might be worth it, though. I'm sure making a carpenter is, like, relatively cheap. Yeah, I just need a bunch of bronze. I think we'll do that, but let's make a musket first. Okay, there we go. We got a musket. Cool. We just need some ammo. As you can see, if I try to use it, it makes a sound, because it's empty. Carpenter. We need a bunch of bronze, really. That's all we need. I think I have a bunch of bronze, right? Yeah, also, making the carpenter right now is a pretty good idea, because it's a forestry block, and I'd really like to get into that mod soon, because it's super cool. It lets you, breed trees and breed bees and, you know, stuff like that. And also has some really cool auto farming that I really want to check out in this, series at some point in this world. So, making the thing now is a good idea. Oh my gosh! I found my horse! Oh my goodness gracious. For those who only watch the YouTube videos, you guys probably didn't even know I got this because I skipped over it. But I got a horse in one of my live streams on this world. And I didn't show it in the videos because I lost it so quickly. I thought this horse was gone forever, but I just straight up I just found it. I got my horse back. So yeah, everyone who's watching the video, meet Butthole. That's my horse's name. I thought he was a goner, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I remember in one of the streams, I tried looking for him, couldn't find him, thought he was gone for good, but I actually found him. Now we're getting paper. I forgot what I even needed this for. This is for musket balls, I'm pretty sure. And I'm also just gonna clean my inventory because I have a ton of garbage I do not want at all, actually. I do not want any of this trash. Get it out of my sight. I also want to grab blocks so I can explore the nether, like, better. Oh, there's a sheep man! And a ghast. Oh, now's a good time to demonstrate the musket. Boom! Pretty nice. Now sheepmen are like a nether, like, guy, and they trade you stuff. Pretty cool. And they even have names because, you know, villager names. Honestly, I should enslave these guys at some point because that'd be, like, insanely good trading. And I also, I, like, disabled overworld villages. So, if I want to trade, I either have to cure zombies or I have to, use sheepmen. Oh, I see some of the new crops over there. Oh, that purple stuff. I want to grab that. That is... Oh, wait, some of it's over here. I'll just grab this. This is... ghost seeds, and I'm pretty sure that grows specter wheat or something. Spooky wheat. I have no idea. Oh, there's a blazing cactoid! Let me go acquire that blazing cactoid, and I'm gonna grow these. I don't know if they grow in the overworld. I think they do. Nice! Blazing cactoid. And now these function like the exact same as cactuses, so you place them on netherrack, you can't put them next to other ones. And, these guys can be used to make, blaze rods, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Every cactoid gives you a blaze nugget, and 3 of those you make a rod, so... Also, another thing I want to grab while I'm here, and that's because soul sand can be used to make a soul sand chest. And I don't care about that, but if you smelt it, you get an undertaker. And an undertaker, as long as it's in your inventory, if you die with it in your inventory, it places down and puts all your items in it. Like, functionally similar to a gravestone or a corpse, but you just have to craft it to use it. It's a post-nether item. Oh my gosh! I can't stop winning. I just found some glowing reeds. And those will give you glowstone. You can grow glowstone on it. I think this is a lava bush. I don't know what this crop is, to be honest with you. Hellbush seeds. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can squeeze those into lava, which is nice. All right, back to the overworld. Let's do some shenanigans, eh? I want to say I can grow these in the overworld. I have no idea. I'll make a little blazing cactoid farm outside to make sure. All right, I'll just let these grow and we'll see what happens. And also, fun fact, the unsmelted soul chest, you can like straight up throw blocks into it and it collects, kind of like an obsidian pipe. All right, now as long as this thing is in my inventory, I believe, it'll store my items in here. You can see that slots for my hotbar, slots for my inventory, and slots for my armor. Apparently, you don't get it back when you break it. Okay, I have to make another one now. That's actually fantastic. My mushroom is growing. Yeah, I don't know why I put a mushroom here, and it looks like it's spread, so that's cool. All right, so I'm just gonna start like cutting out my nether portal. Pretty much, I'm gonna make the nether portal directly under this one, because if you don't know how nether portals work, they have to, the X and Z coordinates matter, because that decides like where you pop up in the overworld. You can have your nether portal on any layer, and you'll still go to the same place in the overworld. So if I move it downwards, I'll still teleport to inside my base, but I'll be near the lava pool in the nether side of the portal. And now I just need to like make the walls out of cobblestone. So I wanna have a tunnel that goes like this way. There's a sheep man. I might capture that guy so I can use his trades. Here, what do you sell, buddy? 8 emeralds for a night vision potion. It's kind of fire. I don't really care to capture you because those are kind of easy to make, but I will remember that. Here, so this is gonna be like my dock where I can collect lava. I want to have like iron bars along this wall just for like visuals. Wow, you're literally asking to be enslaved. Thank you, bro. What the? Oh, crap. I didn't mean to hit you. I'm so sorry, sheep. There's another one. Brown wool for... Okay, that's not a good trade. I don't even give a shit. Oh my gosh, they're immune to lava? Okay. Alright, cool. We are pretty much set in the little nether base we got going. You know, what's cool about dynamic surroundings is it makes the sky foggy if you're like near the clouds. And then it goes away once you're above or below them. I'm gonna see what's on top of this mountain. I've actually not been up here yet. This is the tippy top up here. This is the summit. I want to build something on this overhang at some point. That's on the bucket list. You know, maybe I'll make a canning machine right now. The canning machine is a nice, useful little guy, and it has good food opportunities. So why don't I make that real quick? All right, so here's how you make one. You just need some refined iron, and you need some electronic circuit, and then you just have to combine them with some tin. There we go, canning machine. I also need to make some tin cans, so I think I make them like this. Okay, there we go. Now let me demonstrate how this guy works. You put it down, and you put cans in this bottom slot and food in the top. And then you can see after a little while, we're gonna get something pretty handy. Filled tin can. And I can eat this, not only for food, but it also heals you a heart when you eat it, which is cool. I should eat this stuff for quick healing, I think. I should probably make a stable for you, shouldn't I? Because I don't really want him on my balcony forever, and I'd like to use this horse, because, you know, horses are cool. So why don't we make a stable for Bro? I kind of have an idea, like a spot in mind. I'll have it kind of embedded into the wall, I think is fine. Yeah, this looks good. Let's, dig out some space over here. Oh, apparently if you shift Q, it drops, like, all of that item on the ground. That's gotta be a mouse tweaks thing. I do not think that's in vanilla, but that's a really cool thing. That should be in vanilla. I want to grow grass on the floor of the stable, I think. And then I'll have wood going around, like, the whole thing. I'm probably gonna have a staircase connecting the stable to everything else, like, over here. There's a lot of birch saplings I should collect over here, in case I want to cultivate more. Blazing cactoids, we got stable. Now I just gotta make an entrance to get into the stable, but I'm gonna sleep first before I do that. Alright, how do we want to do the entrance? What the hell was that noise? Oh, I see what happened. It grew and then it got broken on the leaf. That's funny. Now I'm just gonna build like a thin hallway, and I'll try and get stairs to connect to over here. Oh, cool, we hit the hallway immediately. Not really where I thought it would end up. And then I'm gonna have it so you can go like either of two ways. And then both of it, like, one will lead to the stable and one will lead somewhere else, I think is my plan. All right, so I can get rid of this. And I think I'll put glass right here. There we go. I'm liking this. I'm liking this build a lot. I even have extra stone bricks, so I can make these stone brick pillars go all the way up. And now you go over here. Horse is over there. So why don't we get the horse to my area? Little buddy! We got his own stable and everything. Cool. Now whenever I want, I can, like, take the horse and, like, go wherever. So cool. I did a little bit of off-camera stuff. I guess I can give you the rundown. You can see I pretty much completely redid the energy room. And then if you go up these stairs, you can see it goes up to this, like, foyer. and stuff. And then, you know, that leads to the stable, which my horse should be in here. Yep, there he is. And then, this is where the door is to the power room. So you go through here, and then look at it. It's very nice looking. We got geothermal gens, we got, cables. Pretty cool. I'm very, proud of this room. Oh, my crops are, like, getting very close to done. I see something new in there. Let's go, look at that. We got a new crop over here. We got some purple stuff. I'm pretty sure this will give me purple dye. I want to say I've seen this one before in some of my other playthroughs. Yeah, I was right. I got purple dye. So cool. I have a purple dye plant, and I have a bunch of other garbage, which I'm actually going to harvest because I can eat a lot of this. I want to build some stuff on this side of the mountain, but if I were to build anything over here, it'd be really far from, like, my important stuff. That's, like, the only thing that's really stopping me. Maybe I'll build a hallway that goes over there. Or dig a hallway. Also, I want to see what's on this side of the base. I'm thinking of an area to put my potion room right now if I build one. Yeah, I think our first order of business is going to be building a potion brewing room. Because we have BrewCraft installed, if you didn't know. And that has a lot of really cool brewing opportunities. Like, there's tons of new potions. There's also new ways to brew potions. There's a potion sprayer, even. It's really cool. So, yeah, we are gonna do that. Because I kind of want to build my brewing room, like, above my storage. So I'm trying to find my storage room right now. Somewhere over here, I'm pretty sure. Yep, alright, we just poked up to the other side. Yeah, my storage room is, like, right below here. I could build it, like, in this area, maybe. It might be a cool spot for a potion brewing room. A little far from everything, but I can honestly build a stairway that goes up here, and that'd be fine. So I think that's what we'll do. Yeah. I want to see what's over here, also, because I'm going to make a hallway that goes this way. Yeah, I can put my stairs, like, over here. I think is what I'll do. Potion brewing room, I think, is next in order now that we got the hallways done, and I can build a lot of other stuff in this area too. Alright, so I want to put it like right here. I need to sleep so I can kind of see what I'm looking at. I think this is pretty good for a brewing room. I might not be able to do what I originally wanted with the lava, but I can incorporate that into a different room. Probably an EvilCraft room, to be honest. I could put it like over here. So yeah, we'll do a diagonal window or something. Because like my only grievance is it does not give a lot of space in this room. But you know what? That's okay, because I could actually make it bigger. And then also, at this point, the room is really big. Then I can start building stuff over here, just because now there's actually stuff over here, so that way stuff over here is not as far from the stuff over there. You know what I'm saying? Alright, now we can... I'm gonna use the mining laser for this. Even if I destroy some glass, I don't care that much. I want to say you can't even destroy glass with a mining laser. Yeah, see, it just goes right through, so I actually don't have to worry. Really nice touch how they did that. They totally did not have to make it so it does. But the fact that, you know, since it's a laser, it can go through glass, that's a really good attention to detail. I'm so proud of this room. I love it. I don't know why. It's just so nice, you know? Oh, yeah, nether wart. How do we want to do the nether wart room? I think, I'm gonna, like, dig this out. I want to know how much space I have over here until I hit the stairway. The nether wart room doesn't have to be that big, because you get a lot of nether wart from whatever, so I think I will actually just have it, like, 3 blocks on every side. And now what I can do, this is my plan all along, I have soul sand that goes like this. And then I'll do another lane, and then another lane after that. It's probably good. My inventory is so full. Oh my gosh. Nice. And now let me show you what I want to do with the glowstone. I'm going to have it above the crops like this. We got kind of a low ceiling, you know. I want this room to feel very claustrophobic. Sweet. I love this. This room is amazing. My genius comes in clutch once again. Oh, I need to make brewing stands and breweries still. I don't have blaze rods yet, so I'm gonna have to smelt a ton of my cactoids to get some. I think like 30 of them is good. That'll give me 10 rods, which is like plenty for my purposes. Crafting table, and we can just do like basalt here. It's like a thing. And then we can put some basalt lining this wall. And then we can put my brewing stands on here. And then we can put some breweries. I'm probably gonna put them on the floor like this. And I'll just have them like around. Probably fine, because I think I need pipes in order to use these. I'm not entirely sure. Can I just put water in these? Oh yeah, I can just put water in these. Very cool. Can I take it out? No, I can't really take water out here in a good way without breaking and replacing it. That's like fine, but whatever. So yeah, why don't I try brewing something in here? I want to show you guys how it works, because it's really cool. And then pretty much I fill this thing with water, so I got some water in there, and I put some in, and then I put some nether wart in there, and it should start brewing. I want to say it doesn't require anything else. It might need more water. Yep, that was it. It needs 3,000 mil buckets, it seems. And yeah, you can see it's making awkward potion. And what's really nice is these guys work with pipes. So these are automatic, which is these can be used for brewing automation, which is just handy. There's also an alternative, the auto brewer from Mine Factory, but it's kind of different and not really as good as this in my opinion. I think this is better. So all right. Yoink. And yeah, I got awkward potion. Alright, so... Can I, like, right-click to put items in there? No, I can't. I gotta do this. Alright, cool. And now I can make some fire resistance potion. And I can even make the potions better if I get some glowstone. Or not glowstone, redstone. If I get redstone, they'll last longer, which is what I want. Okay, got some fire res. Give me this. Nice! Brewing is just... The brewing with this mod is so cool. It's gonna take me a while to get past the fact that chews up my bottles, but if I use pipes, I don't have to use bottles for any of this until the very end. How's my nether wart grown? It is not at all. My cactoids, though, these are getting pretty tall. And see, this is why I made the fire resistance potions. For the cactoid room, I should make a sprayer. It's crafted like this. Looks like it needs a keg to be able to be used. So, hold on, we're gonna make one real quick.